Tuck jab hook, send it through the roof with an uppercut.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Trey Lance. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Vikings coming up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Gabriel Davis. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied too quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Taken down at the 47-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Completes it to Davis. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around. Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now. Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated. And that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win. So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get towards mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Back to throw now on first down. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. His first touchdown of the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. The Lions at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And that 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's got this complete to Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He was defended by USC.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 55 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! What a great play there. 26 yards. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st down, Lance. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Here we go.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's going to be caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Lions have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Point after, right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. They'll look to throw here on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in, and it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now, and I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
They'll look to throw again.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw again.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lance now to throw. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Lance going to throw.
And he's got his big tight end here.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
Back now at Ford Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Here's Lance.
And he will find his man on the outside.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll find his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2nd and 4. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
He'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He'll look to throw. Dancing to it, and he can't get it thrown away. He's taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
He's back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
And that would complete to Hodgins.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He will have the conversion and more than that. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
What a game we were treated to.
I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Keep my way up.